Hello everyone and welcome to Octagon News. Today we're bringing you the latest updates from the world of MMA. Francis Nganu claims something unfair happened as he steps away from a rematch with Anthony Joshua. Alex Pereira lands a powerful left hook in sparring, causing his training partner to walk off. Khalil Rountree Jr. says he felt only happiness and excitement despite his loss to Pereira. Renato Moicano is open to a fight against Max Holloway for the BMF title. Stay tuned for more updates and don't forget to like and subscribe. Khalil Rountree Jr. may have lost to Alex Pereira at UFC 307, but he didn't feel too bad about it. Back in October, Rountree nearly pulled off an incredible upset, giving light heavyweight champion Alex Pereira all he could handle before ultimately getting finished in the fourth round of their title fight. The fight was the actualization of his dream, so despite the loss, Rountree says he was quite happy even in the moment of his defeat. The only thing I can really remember is just being happy. Even the moment when I got finished in the fourth round, I just felt so happy throughout that whole fight. It felt like I was where I belonged. I felt like I belonged there. So it was really like living in a dream, and there was nothing but happiness and excitement in those moments. In a perfect world, Renato Moicano would beat Beneil Dariush at UFC 311 in January, and then move on to face the winner of the main event that same night when Islam Makhachev defends his lightweight title against Arman Tsarukyan. Moicano admits staying busy is ultimately what matters most, and he understands that the UFC may have other plans in store for the winner of the 155-pound title fight. That's why Moicano is keeping his options open, and a suggestion about potentially facing Max Holloway in his return to the lightweight division immediately piqued his interest. I would love to do that, especially Max Holloway now says he's done at 145. If he really wants to be lightweight fighter, I think that would be an awesome fight, especially because that's going to put me on track for a title shot. 100% if you beat Max Holloway, you're fighting for the title. It's a fight that I would be willing to take 100%. Would you like to see a fight between Max Holloway and Renato Moicano? Who do you think would win? Share your opinions in the comments below. Alex Pereira is one of the most dangerous fighters in the world, whether he's competing inside of the cage or training at the gym, which is probably why Pereira recently made one of his sparring partners quit. We've seen guys like Sean Strickland do their best in sparring alongside Pereira and still come out on the bottom, so it's no surprise to see this other dude catch a session-ending hook from the UFC champion. It's proof that Pereira is still capable of hurting anyone standing in his way, despite not trying to and wearing much heavier gloves than he does inside of the Octagon. Pereira just turned in one of the best calendar years in recent UFC history, with a 3-0 record, 3 main events, 3 knockouts, and 3 UFC light heavyweight title defenses. Not to mention the fact that Pereira helped lead some of the biggest events in UFC history in 2024, including UFC 300 and UFC 303. What do you think 2025 holds for Alex Pereira? Can he repeat this year's success? Share your thoughts in the comments. Francis Ngannou might have made a triumphant return to MMA with a first-round KO to claim the PFL Heavyweight Super Fights Championship, but Francis still has one eye on the boxing ring. The former UFC champion shocked the world when he dropped Tyson Fury in their 2023 showdown, but couldn't keep that momentum going as he was badly knocked out by Anthony Joshua just 5 months later. Now, there's a priority push for one of those 2 rematches. Between Joshua, Fury, and countless other superstars competing across both the boxing ring and MMA cage, there are plenty of potential next opponents out there for Francis Ngannou. Whilst Francis does indeed have various available options, there are certain fights that he would be cautious about accepting after experiencing some dubious actions behind the scenes. A rematch with Joshua? I felt very off and not comfortable in that fight. It's something that could happen, but what I do know for sure is I want the rematch with Tyson Fury. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I didn't like the Joshua fight. Things weren't right, and if it would be the same scenario, I'm not interested. Something unfair definitely happened. I don't have the full picture, but I have seen myself what wasn't right. I was in the locker room for almost 4 hours, which is not something that happens, so just from there. Francis had previously stated that a lot of tricks were played on him in the lead up to that heavyweight showdown with Joshua. Sneaky stuff from those behind the scenes which caused him to be frustrated and/or fatigued by fight night. According to the sources, those tricks included leaving him without transport when out and about during fight week, and purposefully making him arrive to the arena several hours early, while Joshua arrived suspiciously right on time for the main event. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this update, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more MMA news. See you next time.